Hey, what's up, what's up, what's up? Happy Friday, good people. It's your girl KB. You know what I do, and you know why I do it. Hold on just a second. Let me turn off my music here. I'm listening to this song, Christ is a Firm Foundation. Man, absolutely, absolutely, absolutely. This is my waking thought. I had this thought yesterday, and I wanted to mature. I like how that sounds, mature, if you will. Uh, no, I had to really sit and marinate on it. So yesterday, I know it's gone, but it got me to thinking about the nature of who we are as people, the nature of our character. Because I was reading about Cain and Abel yesterday. I was reading about a bunch of different things that talked about the character of man, the essence of man, the heart of man. And so I started thinking, and I started listening, really listening to people, myself included. And every morning in our morning check-in meetings, we do it by Zoom. I have a background message, either some kind of social justice statement or some scriptural reference. And, yesterday my message was about gratitude, which leads me to ingratitude and just lack of overall awareness, lack of kindness, lack of grace. Amen. I listened to somebody complain yesterday about everything that they did for somebody. And they had a very long list. And I was like, well, if you were expecting something in return, you should have said something. If there was a fine print attached to your favor, if you will, you should have said something. But your reward, your payment was when they said thank you, because you did not articulate what it is that you expected and what you thought you were going to get in return. Then I started thinking about myself. And I am totally guilty of that. The very thing that I was focusing on, I am totally guilty of that. But some people take it to a whole new level. There's cruelty attached to it. And it's like, well, I didn't intend. Well, you may not have intended for it to be cruel, but you intended for it to be self-serving. You intended for it to be favorable to you and the other person be damned. Let's bring this to the surface. Let's do this and talk about this on the up and up. You didn't care about the outcome as long as you got what you wanted and needed, which I also talked about yesterday. And that's how the enemy works, y'all. And, if you have a history where a so-called caretaker is present, but your needs aren't met, and sometimes you can't articulate your needs. Let's be clear. But if your needs aren't met, you're going to find a way to regulate that. The nature-nurture thing. See, our nature is corrupt. It takes nurturance to overcome our nature. Right? See, our nature is hedonistic. It takes nurture to teach self-discipline. So, again, you're going to find a way to have your needs met. As my grandma would say, by hook or by crook. And given our innate nature, our sin nature, it's usually by crook. And we like to say, and tell ourselves, well, I don't believe that I, have a corrupt nature. And that's because you have scales over your eyes and you can't look at your patterns of behavior. Now, Adam and Eve did not give you sin. Cain and Abel did not give you sin. It is exponential. It is generational. And we learn by watching. So, I'm just saying that it is innate. And if you don't believe me, go to anybody that you know that has a child and ask them, when's the first time your baby lied to you? Think about that. Kids have no concept because we're not teaching them, the little stuff. It's like, who ate this? I don't know. Who did this? I don't know. When you know full well, or you've sat and watched them. But they'll tell you, I don't know in a minute. That is in their nature. See, if we're demonstrating something different, again, nurturance teaches self-discipline to overcome the nature. And that's my deep and creepy thought for this morning. Nature and nurture. Think about what I'm saying and think about your character. Think about the little white lies. Yeah, see, that's how we measure them. There's the heavy lies, and then there's the little white lie. That's acceptable. A little yeast leavens the whole loaf, y'all. So if you lie about something that doesn't matter, what else will you lie about? Nature and nurture.